What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. What's going on? How are ya? Now, today is October the 7th, and this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below, and finally, shout out where you're from. It's cool to see where everyone is from, but we'll start off here in Washington, D.C. We will finish up in New York City. Our first vendor is going to be the Base of Ops vendor. Here we go.
Good to see you.
And starting with, starting with a must-buy right out the gate. Holy mackerel. This is the Chainkiller. This is the named Walker Harris chess piece with perfect headhunter. And this one with headshot, like, what? So just change the repair skills off for crit chance, and this thing is god rolled. I'm telling you, this is the best in-slot chess piece for your one-shots, whether it be a sniper, whether it be a rifle, or a pistol. This thing is amazing. And it already has headshot, and you could put crit chance on there. I mean, come on. Come on. I'm pretty sure I have one on my character right now. Right there. Look at that. Headshot crit chance. Yeah, it's the exact same one. So pick it up right now, Base of Ops vendor. That's a good start. Following that, we have our weapons, an enhanced AUG with damage to targets out of cover and steady-handed, not bad. Followed by a black market AKM with crit damage in sync, and the Prophet. This is the named Magnum with perfect, determined, and magazine size, but you could easily change that to damage to targets out of cover and be good to go. For the gear items, we have a, that's actually a really good backpack. Oh, man. Hazard and explosive resistance. And remember, you get explosive resistance from the two-piece from Richter and Kaiser. I mean, this isn't bad. The only oddball is the clutch talent. I'm not a fan of it. I know there's a lot of people in the community, even on my friends list, that swear up and down, yo, Kami, please try clutch. And I just can't do it, man. I don't know. I don't know. But this is a interesting chess piece, nevertheless. And finally, a Brazos chess piece with weapon handling status and glass cannon. Going to the mods, we have crit hit damage 10.0, drone damage reduction 5.0, turret skill haste 6.1, and sticky bomb blast radius of 4.9. But the must-buys here from the Base of Ops vendor would be the Chainkiller. That's a must-buy right out the gate. And the Prophet. Some wild cards here would be the Richter and Kaiser, the Brazos. Yeah, and that would be it. All right, so let's jump over to our countdown and clan vendors. Remember, you can go to these vendors in the Haven settlement if you have that unlocked. And here is the countdown vendor. Ooh, the Kingbreaker. Oh, man. I would typically say, yo, pick it up right now, Kingbreaker. But I just can't. They nerfed the crap out of this weapon, man. They nerfed it so bad. If you are new or returning to the game, I am sorry for you. But they killed the Kingbreaker. They knocked his ankles out. I'm telling you. Not only did they mess up the RPM, just the RPM alone. Look at that. They dropped it down to a 600. I just can't. I can't even with the Kingbreaker. But it is here, and it is perfect flatline. I mean, I will admit it was a really good weapon back in the day, but they really destroyed it. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Let me know what you think about the Kingbreaker and after the whole Project Resolve rebalancing that they did with it. Following that, we have the Night Watcher. This is the named Heligard mask with scanner pulse haste as an attribute. And this one with explosive resistance. It's not my favorite. And finally, the Invisible Hand. This is the only weapon in the game with the Allegro talent, if you didn't know. Allegro was a talent way back in year 1. And after the whole Gear 2.0 restructuring in year 2, they completely removed Allegro. So you can get it here or, well, I mean, I guess you could use it in Descent. But come on, who plays Descent? Now, as far as the invisible hand, it comes with reload speed, but you could easily just change that to damage to targets out of cover, and you're good to go. Out of these three named items, the invisible hand is numero uno, in my opinion. And jumping over to the clan vendor, and a big shout out to the DoD, Disciples of Doom. We are on all platforms, so PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. If you are interested in joining the clan, just go to my Discord server. There's a different tab for each of the platforms. Put your name down, and whenever we get spots open, I'll send you a message. Bada bing, bada boom. And speaking of clans, here is your clan vendor.
Good to see you, Agent.
Starting with the Lavoisier. This is the named Electric backpack with perfect galvanize. Repair skills and armor regeneration. It's not my favorite combination here. I'd probably pass on it this week. As far as the gear set items, we have a Umbra mask with headshot, True Patriot chest piece with weapon handling, and measured assembly with status effects. That chest piece isn't bad though for the True Patriot. It's not bad at all, but man, True Patriot needs a rework. All this chest piece does is it like speeds up the flags by half a second. It's not even really worth it, man. I don't know. It's a nice chess piece, but I wouldn't use it. Is what it is. Moving on to the high-end items, we have a CTAR with crit chance and preservation, another Prophet with magazine size again. That's weird. Usina gloves with weapon handling status, and a Providence backpack with status hazard and calculated. Moving down, we have a M249 with optimal range and perpetuation. Providence gloves. Ooh. Yo, you can make these Providence gloves double crit, and you could make these knee pads double crit, both of these. They're not bad at all. Both of these are good pickups. So you have Providence gloves. Just change the explosive resistance off for crit chance. And you have Cheska knee pads. All you have to do is change the weapon handling off for crit damage. Good to go. Looking at the mods, we have repair skills 16.9, protection from elites 12.0. Yo, when are we ever going to see a 13% PFE mod? When? I have never, ever seen it in any of the vendors, ever. I've seen one drop in the entirety that I've played on this account. Just one. I've seen some people, they're like, oh yeah, I've got like 9 of them. It's like, what? I've never, like, I don't know. I think it's like the holy grail of the freaking mods. Is that a crazy ledge that I'm out on? I don't know. Step back from that ledge, my friend. Oh, I'm sorry. Moving on, we have a bleed resistance mod, 8.7, and chem launcher +1 ammo. Now, must buys, things to look for from the clan vendor. The True Patriot's a good one, even though they need to rework it. The Providence gloves and the Cheska knee pads, both of those, you can make double crit and be good to go. But that is it for the base of ops. Now let's go west, and we will double back east. Our first stop is going to be the campus settlement. Here we go. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, what are you waiting on? Hit the like, support the channel by subscribing, and let me know what you think in the comments section below. And finally, shout out where you're from. It's cool to see where everyone's from. And are you happy that it's spooky season? I am. I love the spooky season. Anyways, here we go. Campus settlement. Starting with the Brutus. This is the named marksman rifle with perfectly behind you. And this one with stability. You could easily change that off for damage to targets out of cover and be good to go, but I'm just not a fan of this talent. It only amplifies your damage when the enemies are not targeting you. So, I mean, unless you're going to throw out a decoy before you shoot every enemy, I don't know. Maybe just stick with determined. Following that, we have a Paratrooper SVD with crit hit damage and breadbasket, and finally a Negev with ranger and accuracy. Going to the gear items, we have a Wyvern mask with crit damage headshot, and Empress holster with repair skills weapon handling. Going to the mods, we have repair skills 15.7, chem launcher burn strength 6.3, hive damage 4.3, pulse cone size 6.3, and finally trap duration of 4.3. Now, must buys, things to look for from the campus settlement. Nah, nada. Niet. Not a damn thing. Man, we ain't found shit. You know what I mean? Something like that. But I'm not going to lie, at the base of ops, that chain killer is really nice. That's a good chain killer. Out of anything so far, that must buy is the chain killer. All right, so now we are jumping over to the Dark Zone vendors. But first, you have to double check your DZ resources. All right, it's the only currency that these vendors take. So go to your inventory, go to your resources, and just above your keys, you will see your Dark Zone resources. For example, I'm at 797 out of 999, and that means if I need any more Dark Zone resources, I have to go back into the Dark Zone and either pick up the little blue boxes or deconstruct contaminated items and extract them. But with that being said, our first vendor from the Dark Zone is Dark Zone West. West! Let's go. And starting with the Harmony, this is a good one. A lot of people love the Harmony for their skill builds. This is the named rifle with perfectly in sync. And you just have to change headshot off for damage to targets out of cover, and you're good to go. Following that, we have a Tactical Super 90 with crit damage and ignited. And finally, a M16A2 with accuracy and breadbasket. Going to the gear items, we have Cavalier Gloves with Hazard, Foundry knee pads with headshots, Hanayu gloves with repair skills, weapon handling, and finally Bellstone knee pads with max explosive resistance and hazard. Looking at the mods, we have Armor on Kill 15.3k, Seeker Mine damage 4.2, Shield active regeneration 4.1, Firefly skill haste 6.1, and finally Decoy duration 6.0. Now, the must-buy from this vendor would be the Harmony, just because it is kind of on the rare side. Now, let's take our talents down south to the deep south. DZ South, let's go. Oh, boy, we going down south. Yeah, we'll get her done. Ooh, something, I don't know. Whatever they do, you know. Anywho, jumping over to DZ South. Big money, no whammies. Ooh. Anarchist Cookbook, not bad. With weapon handling, I mean, that's all right. It's all right. So here is the Anarchist Cookbook, the named Golden Gear backpack with Perfectly Wicked, and this one with skill haste and weapon handling. The first thing that comes to mind when I see weapon handling is I think like an LMG, whether it be, you know, a slow reloading LMG or, you know, just the Pestilence. But either way, Perfectly Wicked is really nice with, like, say, the Iron Lung. And just thinking about it, maybe going just status and weapon handling and then having, like, instant reloads. That'd be pretty dirty. I don't know. It's nice. So Anarchist Cookbook right here, Perfectly Wicked, DZ South. I would just change the skill haste to status and see what it do on that Iron Lung. Going to the weapons, we have a Black Market T821 with swap speed and Ranger, an F2000 with damage to targets out of cover ignited, and finally an X45 with headshot and eyeless. Going to the gear items, we have a Hunter's Fury backpack with crit damage. It's all right. True Patriot again. This one crit hit damage. Wyvern backpack with skill damage, hazard, and vigilance. And finally, Alps Summit chest piece with skill haste, explosive resistance, and spark. Going to the mods, we have crit chance 4.4, drone +2 extra bombs, turret damage 4.2, and sticky bomb damage 6.3. Now, must-buys, things to look for from DZ South, the Anarchist Cookbook. That would be numero uno. Now, before we go to DZ East, we need to make a pit stop to the castle settlement. And I go to the descent entrance. It's a little bit quicker. And then all you have to do is run up the stairs, pet the doggy, and then jump over to the vendor.
Combat simulation
So here we are.
Active.
Go up the stairs. Pet the dog. Oh, yep. Oh, where are you going? Where you go? Oh, okay. I mean, if you're just going right there. Wait for you to turn around. And... what's up, doggy? Come over here, say hi to Ransom. Hi, Ransom. And then we will jump over to the vendor before they start blaring our ears with this loud music. I don't know why, but it's the only settlement in the game where the music gets louder and louder. And it's like, all right, bro. And then it finally like gets like stupid quiet. It's like, what's going on here? All right, here we go. Castle settlement, starting with the Night Watcher again. That's your named Heligard mask with scanner pulse haste. This one with weapon handling. The weapons, we have a hunting M44 with magazine size First Blood, a M249 with magazine size and sledgehammer. Gear items, we have a Petrov mask with health and explosive resistance, and finally Richter and Kaiser holster with weapon handling crit damage. Going to the mods, we have Skill Haste 9.9, Chem Launcher +1 ammo, Hive +4 stim charges, Pulse Skill Haste 4.8, and finally Trap Shock Radius of 5.8. Now, must buys, things to look for from the Castle settlement. Nah, nothing. All right, let's finish up the DZ vendors with DZ East. And for Dark Zone East, what we do is we go to the Alpha checkpoint. We don't go to the main entrance because the Alpha checkpoint is right next to the vendor, where the main entrance, there's like this whole courtyard you have to run through. It's just a whole thing.
Agent.
So instead, all you do is you do your... Whoa, what the hell? Whoa! Ah!
Complete.
Oh! That's... Oh! 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 Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we loaded into the Matrix wrong. Anyways, here's your DZ East vendor. Jesus. Starting with the Carnage. This is the named Negev with Perfect Sadist. And this one with armor damage. I mean, it's exactly what you want. So pick it up here, DZ East. Following that, we have a SR1 with crit chance and strained, and a classic RPK with health damage and frenzy. Going to the gear items, we have a Cavalier mask with weapon handling, max armor. That actually is a nice mask. Just roll the weapon handling off for hazard. You could give your whole team max hazard. I mean, that could be really nice. Following that, we have measured assembly holster with health, Haniyu mask with health and weapon handling, and finally a Petrov holster with hazard and crit chance. Going to the mods, we have skill duration 8.5, chem launcher +1 ammo, hive health 7.5, pulse health 14.2, and trap duration of 4.3. Now, must buys, things to look for from DZ East. The Carnage isn't bad. The Cavalier mask isn't bad. I mean, the Petrov isn't bad. You could... No, screw that. The Petrov's horrible. The Carnage and the Cavalier. All right.
Guarding location nearby.
Now, our last stop of Washington, D.C. is going to be the theater. The theater! We are going to the theater. Hopefully we get something good. We shall see. Big money, no whammies. And at the theater, we have the Eagle's Grasp. This is the named Zoo gloves with weapon handling as an attribute, and it comes with armor regeneration. It's aight. It's aight. I mean, what you could do is change the weapon damage to armor, put this on like an armor regeneration build, and then just take advantage of the bigger magazine size. That's what she said. And have some fun. You know what I mean? Not bad. Bada bing, bada boom. Following that, we have a double barrel sawed off. This one with headshot and strained. Why would you use strained? Why? Why? What? Huh? Why would you use strained on a double barrel shotty? That's so dumb. All right. And a 1886 with swap speed and sadist. Going to the gear items, we have Habsburg Guard gloves with max health and crit damage, and China Light. Ooh, actually really good China Light. Pick up these China Light knee pads at the theater. These are really good. Yeah, must buys. Pick them up. Rop meow. And if you don't want the status, just change the status to skill haste, and then change it back to status whenever you want status. But you want status on China Light. Did I say status? Yeah, you want status. Come on, status. Take a shot for every time I say status. Yeah, a shot of espresso. Go into the mods. We have shock resistance 8.5, seeker mine health 6.3, shield holstered regeneration 4.2, firefly +1 max target, and decoy health of 6.0. Must buys from the theater. The Eagle's Grasp and the China Light. And that is it for Washington, D.C. So the rest of the video is going to be in New York City. So remember, you have to have the DLC to go to Brooklyn, and you have to have the expansion to go to Woney. But first up, let's go to Brooklyn and see what the vendor has to sell at the bridge. Woo! And if you're watching this live on Twitch, what up? How you doing? Twitch. I see you. We're having a little front page event, but I'm starting it off with a little vendor reset. If you know, you know. Uh-oh. Yo, the freaking game. Look at this. Ugh. Oh, my God. I'm going to throw up, man. It like messes with my equilibrium. Oh, my God. All right, let's just run to the vendor. It's like I loaded in weird at that one dark zone, and now it's like everything's like glitchy. I'm going to have to change my instance. All right, here we go. Brooklyn vendor. Here's Marcus.
Want to make a trade?
Want to make a trade. Starting with the Police T821, this one with damage to targets at a cover, and a flatline. Following that, we have a military RPK with armor damage and measured. Nice. A LVOAC with rate of fire and strained. Not bad. And a Magnum with rate of fire and future perfect. Going to the gear items, we have a Wyvern chest piece with status headshot and braced. Palisade gloves with max armor, status, and weapon handling. And finally, for the gear items, a Grupo mask with weapon handling and armor regeneration. Going to the mods, we have repair skills 16.0, headshot 7.1, shield damage bonus 4.0, firefly damage 6.0, and trap duration 4.3. Now, must buys things to look for from the Brooklyn vendor. Not really, but I do like these gloves, and I don't know why. Remember that we had the death grips, you know, the named 511 gloves that give you armor on kill, right? These are like so much better. So these give you the armor on kill, but it's for the brand set bonus. So instead of getting health from 511, you would get armor on kill from Palisade. I don't know. For some reason, I like those gloves. I don't know. Maybe it's time for a armor on kill build yet again. That could be fun. I don't know. Anyways, yo, this freaking game. Look at this. Ugh. All right, let's finish up in Woney, and then I'm going to reset my my ish. All right, back to the Haven, or, to the Haven. Here we go. Warlords of New York, let's get it! Come on with it. We only have 2 vendors left. We have Marco at the top of the escalator, and then we have Roy Benitez just outside. Hey, yo, look at this, space cowboy. I see you, brother. All right, first up, Marco.
Want to make a trade?
And starting off with the SIG 556, this one with headshot and breadbasket. Following that, we have a SOCOM Mark 20 with crit chance Optimist, an ACS 12 with swap speed Vindictive, and finally a PX4 Storm Type T with crit damage and streamline. Going to the gear items, we have a Sokolov Concern chest piece with crit damage, armor regeneration, explosive resistance. Lingmo gloves with hazard and explosive resistance, and Helagard mask with health and status. Going to the mods, we have headshot 7.2, repair skills 16.5, drone armor repair 6.3, firefly +1 max target, and decoy health of 6.0. Now, must buys things to look for from Marco. Not really. All right. Now, our last vendor of the video, Roy Benitez. Oh, but wait, make sure you pet the dog, all right? Interact with this dog twice. The first interaction is the normal default one. You know, you're just petting the doggy. But that second interaction, ooh, that second one. He could try to, I don't know, juke you. He could try to shake your hand. He could bark at you. Let's see what he does. All right, this week. Oh, he's trying to shake our hand. Ah. All right, here we go. Roy Benitez.
What can I do for you?
Starting with the MP7. This one, health damage unwavering. Following that, we have a military RPK with headshot and breadbasket. A UIC 15 with health damage optimist. And finally, a M1911 with rate of fire and ignited. Going to the gear items, we have a Fenris chest piece. Ooh. That's a nice boulder. I like that boulder. That's how I feel about this chest piece. That's a nice chest piece. I like that chest piece. Status crit on a trauma chest piece? Like, come on. Come on. This is like, it's begging for you to put this on a status build with that perfectly wicked and just go ham. I mean, yeah, that's nice. Trauma all day. Hit them in the head, make them blind. Woo! You're off to the races. Following that, we have Habsburg Guard gloves with health and weapon handling. And finally, Murakami mask with skill damage, skill haste. Going to the mods, we have repair skills 15.7 and snare resistance 8.3, drone armor repair 6.2, pulse skill haste 4.9, and decoy duration of 5.5. Now, must buys, things to look for from Roy Benitez. That Fenris chest piece. Woo! I'm telling you. But that's going to be it for your weekly vendor reset and must buys for today, October the 7th. Remember, I'm streaming on Twitch all day. So come hang out. It is our front page event. So I hope to see you there. But that's it for me here on YouTube. Hit the like, subscribe. You know the little YouTube spiel. I'm Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.